Good morning, children. Hope all are doing good. So what did you learn in your previous lesson? Up in the sky, in your social. Hope you understood the lesson. So what did you learn? You learnt about the sun, you learnt about the stars, you learnt about the moon, and what all the heavenly bodies in the universe. Am I right? Now today what we are going to learn, we are going to discuss your new lesson, the earth, our home. So where do you stay? On which planet you stay? So we stay on the earth. So we stay on the planet earth. So wherever we stay, we call it as our home. So the earth planet is nothing but our home, right? Now let us see. The earth is home to all the living things. Am I right? On earth you find trees, animals and human beings. So all the living things. For all the living things, earth is the home. This is because why earth is home for all living things. Let us know the reason. Because it is surrounded by the layer of air is called atmosphere. Can you survive, children, without oxygen? No, we cannot survive. We cannot live without the air. But on earth, the earth is covered with a layer that is called as the atmosphere, and that is one reason. And about 3/4 of the earth is covered with the water and 1/4 of it is covered by the land. What does it mean? If I take complete earth, 70% of the earth is covered with the water and 30% is covered with the land. Alright, 30, since percentage of water is more, am I right? 70% is greater than 30%, am I right? So since 70% of the earth is covered with water, earth is called as the blue planet because it looks blue all over. Almost it is covered with the water bodies. Therefore, earth is called as the blue planet or water planet. And it has the right temperature needed to all the living things to live. What do you mean by right temperature, children? See, if it is too hot, can you survive? No. If it is too cold, can you survive? No. So if the temperature is not neither too cold nor too hot, such temperature is suitable for all the living things to survive. Now we are calling earth as a home for all living beings. Why? One is earth is being covered with a thin layer of air that is called as the atmosphere, and the other thing, 70% of the earth is covered with the water and 30% of the earth is covered with the land. And what is the other reason? It has the right temperature so that all the living things can survive. That's why we are calling the earth as our home, so that all the living things can survive on the planet earth. Can you see on any other planet the human beings will be there? No, right? So we have all sort of climatic conditions are excellent on the planet earth, wherein like the human life is existing. Now what is the shape of the earth? Let us see. For a very long time people thought that the earth was flat and had edges. What do you mean by flat? Now suppose this is flat and it has edges. So what did the people thought in the olden days? The earth is very flat and it has the edges. About 500 years ago, Ferdinand Magellan and his crew. What do you mean by crew? Group. Crew is nothing but group. So Ferdinand and Magellan, who is this? He is a sailor. What do you mean by sailor? A person who travels all over the world. A person who travels all over the world is nothing but a traveler or a sailor. Now Ferdinand Magellan and his group of people, they started from Spain. From where they started? They started from Spain on a long sea journey. So they started sailing on a ship on a sea. And they started from Spain. They kept sailing from one direction. So they didn't change the direction. They have started their journey in one direction. After nearly 3 years, see, for 3 years they were sailing. It means for 3 years they are having their life on sea itself. They reached the same place from where they have started. So they continuously traveling on the sea for 3 years. So they reached to same place from where they have started. Where they started? They started in Spain. So they traveled for complete 3 years on sea in the ship and they reached to the same point. This proved the earth is round like a orange. Okay, so this, since the person has started at one place, after traveling again he came to same place. So with this he came to one conclusion that earth is not flat in shape, it is round in shape. Slightly flat at the top and bottom, slightly flat at the top and bottom, in the sense it is bit pressed at the top and in the bottom. Next, globes and maps. The earth is very big, am I right? Can I show you now the earth? No. So the earth is very big. We cannot see the entire earth at a time. Therefore, we have to make a model to study it. This model is called as a globe. You can see the globe is given in your page, children. So we are taking the help of a globe to study how the earth looks like and what all the water bodies it has and what all the continents it has. Okay, a globe is very useful to study the different places on earth. So it is very easy to see what all the different places are there on the earth with the help of the globe. However, it is not possible to show all the places on the small globe. It is very tough if I take a small globe to show all the places. On the other hand, a huge globe, if the globe is very big, can you carry from one place to the other? No, it is very tough for us to carry a huge globe from one place to other. So these problems, it can be solved by maps. These problems can be solved by maps. A map is a drawing of the earth or a part of it. So map is nothing but a picture that is drawn on a sheet of a paper. Okay, map is nothing but a picture drawn on a sheet of a paper. So it relates to any country or a place or anything. That is a map. Okay, maps can be big or small. The map can be big since a paper is there. I can carry a large piece of paper by folding it and a small piece of paper. But a huge globe I cannot carry. Am I right? Next, a book of map is called as atlas. See, this is your term book. You are learning all the subjects. All the subjects together is nothing but your term book. Like that, all the maps together is called as a one book, and that book we are calling it as a atlas. So atlas is nothing but a group of maps, that is book of maps. Sometimes we use very large maps. They are hung on the wall. Such maps are called wall maps. So few maps will be hanging over to the walls, children. Those are called as the wall maps. Since they are very big maps, so we will be hanging to the wall. Those are called as the wall maps. Okay, and directions on the map. See, children, we have directions on the map also. Since how we are learning the directions, what are the directions we have? We have 4 directions. What are those? North, south, east and west. So how will you find it out? See, the head above is north, below is south, and your right side is east and your left side is west. Alright, up above your head is north, below your body is south, right side of your body is east and left side of your body is west. So these are the 4 directions we have. Okay, and generally, suppose a sailor, when you are traveling on the road, you have the markings. If you travel on the outer ring road, so there will be marked the routes on the road. Got it, children? These days, but previous days, how a person will know that I have to travel in east or he has to travel in west? How will he come to know? There are no, the signboards to show you travel this side so that you can reach your destination. No. So at that time, the people who used to travel to different places, they used to carry a compass. They used to carry a compass. With the help of the compass, they used to see in which direction they are supposed to move. Then, since we said earth is covered 70% with the water, 30% with the land, so very large bodies of water are called as the ocean. So since what all the 30% is covered with the water, those are all water bodies. So what are those water bodies? All oceans. And 70% of the water is covered, right? What all the 70% is covered with the water, that is called as the oceans. And what all the 30% of the land is covered is called as the continents. So water bodies are called as the oceans and land mass is called as the continents. Got it? So how many oceans we have? We have 5 oceans. So oceans are the very large bodies. Ocean, then comes sea, then comes river, then comes lakes, ponds. Ocean is a huge water body. The biggest water body is the ocean. Then comes sea, then comes river, then comes lakes or ponds. Got it? Now what are the 5 oceans we have? Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Antarctic Ocean and Arctic Ocean. So we have 5 oceans, children. Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Antarctic Ocean and Arctic Ocean. And among these 5 oceans, the largest ocean is Pacific Ocean. So the largest ocean is Pacific Ocean and the smallest ocean is Arctic Ocean. The largest is Pacific and the smallest is Arctic. And there is only one ocean named after the country. What is that? Indian Ocean. If you see all the names of the oceans, you will not find any ocean is named after the country. Only Indian Ocean is the one ocean that is named after the country. What is that? India. Yes, that is our country. So Indian Ocean is named after the country named India. Okay, children. And the largest ocean is Pacific Ocean, smallest ocean is Arctic Ocean, and the ocean that is named after the country India is Indian Ocean, and Antarctic Ocean is also called as the Southern Ocean. Antarctic Ocean is also called as the Southern Ocean. In all these oceans, what is the coolest ocean, children? Like the ocean, in the ocean where the temperature is too cool, that is Atlantic Ocean. You find the temperature will be too cool in Atlantic Ocean. So these are about your ocean, children. We have 5 oceans: Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Antarctic Ocean and Arctic Ocean. The largest ocean is Pacific Ocean and the smallest ocean is Arctic Ocean. And the ocean that is named after the country is Indian Ocean, that is after country name India. And the coolest ocean is Atlantic Ocean. What do you mean by ocean? A large body is called as the oceans. Large body of water is called as the oceans. Then large areas of land, we call large water bodies are called as the oceans. Then large areas of the land are called as the continents. So we have 7 continents. What are those? Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Europe, Australia and Antarctica. These are the 7 continents. So in your page number 155, you can see the map. They have given you continents as well as the oceans. So the blue color part are nothing but the oceans, children. So we have how many continents? 7 continents. So what are those? Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Europe, Australia and Antarctica. So these are the 7 different continents we have. Among these, Asia is the largest continent. Asia is the largest continent and our country India is located in the continent Asia. Asia is the largest continent and Australia is the smallest continent. Okay, children. And Africa is called as the dark continent. Africa is called as the dark continent. Why? It doesn't mean like people in Africa are black. That's why it is called dark continent. No. Africa is covered almost with thick forest compared with the other continents. Got it, children? So Africa is called as the dark continent. Asia is the largest continent and the smallest one is the Australia. So these are about your oceans and continents. Now, if you stand on the top of a high building, just go to your home, Nana, in your building, stand on the building and check it out. You will find like sky and the line will meet at one line. The sky and the land, or they meet at one point. So that point we call it as horizon. The place where they appear, what is that? The place where the sky and the land or sea appear like they are meeting with each other is called as the horizon. If you stand on the beach, you know beach, have you ever went to a beach? Yes. Even if you stand on the beach and if you see straight, you will find like the sea or the ocean and the sky are meeting with each other. That is called as the horizon. So the place where the land or sea meet with each other is called as the horizon. But actually they will not meet with each other, children. Okay, the place where the land and the sea meet. Land and the sea. See, sky and the sea. The place where the sky and the sea, they are meeting, that is called as the horizon. But the land and sea, the land and sea, the place where the land and sea will meet, that is called as the coast. That is called as the coast. Got it, children? So this is about your lesson, Earth, my home, or Earth, our home. Hope you understood the lesson, children. You read the lesson and you try to take the question, multiple choice questions or true or false, whatever are there. Until unless you will not read the lesson, you can't attend the backside questions or given exercises, choose the correct answer or true or the false. So to hope you understood today's lesson, children. Thank you.